What separates struggling entrepreneurs from billionaires like Richard Branson? One skill: communication. The secret Branson mastered that most leaders overlook could transform your business overnight. Hey everyone! Today we're looking into the communication playbook of one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, Sir Richard Branson. If you've wondered how some leaders instantly command respect and build billion-dollar empires, this video is for you. I'll share 12 powerful communication secrets Branson used to build over 400 companies worth billions. By the end, you'll have actionable techniques you can implement today to transform how you lead and influence others. Here's what we're covering. The listening technique that helped Branson spot billion-dollar opportunities. His "screw it, just do it" approach that eliminates communication fear, the unexpected hack he used to outmaneuver competitors, and 9 more game-changing principles not found in business textbooks. Let's start with principle number 1. Branson believes the most powerful communicators aren't the loudest, they're the best listeners. Richard Branson. I learned to listen first and speak second. By listening, I learned what made people tick. Branson carries a notebook everywhere to capture others' ideas. When Virgin Atlantic was struggling against British Airways, a customer complaint sparked his revolutionary approach to airline hospitality. I tried this in my business meetings last year. Instead of preparing my talking points, I prepared questions. Result? 3 major closed deals because clients felt understood. Apply this today. Ask 3 follow-up questions before sharing your opinion, create an idea notebook for insights from conversations, and practice repeating what someone tells you before responding. Listening isn't passive, it's one of the most active forms of communication. Screw it, let's do it isn't just catchy, it's Branson's entire communication philosophy. While most leaders spend months crafting the perfect message, Branson believes in speaking up and refining as you go. When launching Virgin Airlines, experts said it was impossible. Instead of endless market research, he made one phone call to Boeing asking about used 747s. That imperfect communication sparked a billion-dollar airline. Studies show 65% of professionals regularly avoid difficult conversations. But here's the truth. Every conversation you avoid is an opportunity lost. Apply this principle. First, identify one important conversation you've been avoiding and initiate it within 24 hours. Second, when uncertain whether to speak up in a meeting, default to action. And remember, communication confidence is built through practice, not perfection. If you watch Branson in interviews, you'll notice something most business leaders lack. He's actually enjoying himself. Richard Branson once said, "Fun is one of the most important and underrated ingredients in any successful venture." When British Airways dominated the market, Virgin Atlantic couldn't compete on advertising budget. So Branson turned every announcement and press conference into an event so entertaining that media covered it for free. Remember Virgin Atlantic's ice cubes shaped like Branson's face? Cost almost nothing but generated millions in free publicity. Apply this principle. First, start presentations with a relevant personal story instead of dry facts. Second, find daily opportunities to use appropriate humor in professional communication. And third, before sending important messages, ask, "Would I enjoy receiving this?" People don't remember what you say, they remember how you made them feel. If you're getting value, hit that like button and subscribe for more content to level up your leadership. Now let's continue with principle 4. Branson built his empire taking calculated risks. His risk-taking extends to communication. While most leaders play it safe with bland messaging, Branson makes bold statements that get attention. When every airline said the same things about service, Branson declared, "If you're not having fun as a passenger, we've failed." It differentiated Virgin instantly. The key: Branson's risks are calculated. Before making bold claims, he ensures his team can deliver. Apply this principle. Identify one safe communication habit to replace with something bolder. Add one surprising statement to your next presentation that you can back up. Make your communication 10% more daring than what feels comfortable. Branson understands something most leaders miss. People connect with stories, not statistics. Virgin isn't just a company. It's a story about the underdog challenging establishments and putting customers first when competitors won't. When Virgin Mobile entered the US market, they didn't compete on features or price but told a story about rescuing Americans from unfair wireless contracts. This narrative drove massive growth. Apply this principle. Define your personal or business story in one sentence. Explain complex ideas using simple analogies. Start emails or presentations with brief stories that illustrate your point. While most billionaires build walls between themselves and others, Branson tears them down. He answers customer emails personally and avoids corporate jargon. When a passenger complained about Virgin Atlantic's food, Branson called them directly, apologized, and asked for improvement suggestions. This accessibility transformed Virgin's culture. Employees freely share ideas and identify problems before they become crises. Apply this principle. Schedule regular open office hours, replace industry jargon with simple language, respond personally to at least one customer or team member daily. Great leaders create environments where everyone feels comfortable sharing ideas. Branson believes the next billion-dollar idea could come from anyone. A company where everyone has a voice is a company where everyone has an ownership stake in the future. Virgin Atlantic's revolutionary premium economy class, now copied worldwide, came from a flight attendant's suggestion, not an executive committee. Apply this principle. 1. Create forums where team members at all levels can share ideas. 2. Practice last to speak leadership. Hold your thoughts until everyone is shared. 3. Acknowledge people who speak up, especially when challenging the status quo. Branson hates corporate jargon and cuts straight to the point. He believes if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. When launching Virgin Mobile, competitors used technical jargon about networks and data plans. Branson's approach? We're the phone company that doesn't hate you. Simple, direct, and more effective. Apply this principle. 1. Cut your next email or presentation by 30%. 2. Replace industry jargon with language a 12-year-old would understand. 3. Practice explaining complex ideas in under 30 seconds. Branson knows predictability kills attention. He deliberately breaks patterns to keep people engaged. From dressing as a flight attendant on rival airlines to driving a tank down Fifth Avenue to declare war on British Airways, Branson's unpredictability generates more press than million-dollar ad campaigns. Apply this principle. 1. Add one unexpected element to your next presentation. 2. Break one communication rule in your industry in a way that highlights authenticity. 3. Start meetings or emails with something other than standard openings. Branson is a communication chameleon, speaking differently to investors than customers, to team members than media. This isn't being fake, it's being effective. While his core message remains consistent, he adjusts his tone, language complexity, examples, and detail level based on who he's addressing. Apply this principle. First, before communicating, ask, who exactly am I speaking to and what matters most to them? Second, create audience profiles for your common communication scenarios. And third, practice subtly matching the communication style of your audience. Actions communicate more powerfully than words. Branson doesn't just talk about customer service, he personally calls customers. During a flight delay, he once grabbed a microphone and turned the airport gate into an impromptu party. That single action communicated Virgin's commitment to customer experience more effectively than any mission statement. Apply this principle. First, identify where your actions and words aren't perfectly aligned. Second, find opportunities to demonstrate your values rather than just stating them. And third, when delivering tough messages, accompany them with actions that reinforce your commitment. Branson understands the peak-end rule. People primarily remember the peak moment and ending of an experience. He engineers positive endings to every interaction. When Virgin America made its final flight before acquisition, they threw an in-flight party that passengers still talk about years later, cementing Virgin's legacy. Apply this principle. 1. Add a high-note conclusion to presentations and meetings. 2. Create a signature way to end important conversations. 3. Ensure final touchpoints and customer journeys create lasting positive impressions. Let's recap Branson's 12 powerful communication principles. 1. Listen more than you speak. 2. Screw it, just do it. 3. Have fun or it's not worth it. 4. Take risks, but smart ones. 5. Your brand is your story. 6. Be accessible and approachable. 7. Empower others to speak. 8. Keep it simple. 9. Be unpredictable. 10. Adapt to your audience. 11. Show, don't just tell. 12. End every interaction on a high note. Which principle do you need to focus on most? If you've gotten value from these principles, hit that like button and subscribe for more actionable leadership insights. Which principle resonated most with you? Comment below with your biggest takeaway and implementation plan. Before you go, here's a bonus tip from Branson. Start every important conversation by finding common ground. Before diving into business, connect on a personal level. This small investment in rapport pays enormous dividends. Until next time, remember, communication isn't just what you say, it's how you make people feel.